How was it working with Aamir Khan, and how was the entire experience?
Splendid, nothing less than spectacular. I really feel blessed that I've got to work with him in two films such as Rang de and Three Idiots.
I recently saw an ad with Rohit Shetty and you.
I did request him that I wanted to be a part of the next Golmaal.
How did life change after Style?
Me as Chantu Bantu yet, नाम से अभी भी पहचान नहीं रहे थे. पहले स्टाइल बोल देता था, यार मैं वो वाली लाइन भूल गया, तू ही बोल दे.
Do you think that the industry has been fair with you?
Industry will give you only as much as you deserve, and I completely believe in that. Hi, this is Sharman Joshi, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Hey guys, welcome to Bollywood Hungama. मैं हूँ उर्मिन आपके साथ और आज we're getting up close and personal with a man we have adored for every role he's played. इनकी स्टाइल की तारीफ हुई है, इनकी गोलमाल का अंदाज हमें पसंद आया है. जब जब इन्होंने रंग दे बसंती में सुखी का किरदार निभाया है, हम इनके दीवाने हुए हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स यही वो एक शख्स है जब इन्होंने थ्री इडियट्स की, हमें इडियट शब्द जो है इससे भी प्यार होने लगा. तो आजकल हम किसी को इडियट बोलते हैं तो तारीफ लगने लगती है. प्लीज वेलकम शर्मन जोशी.
Thank you, Urmin.
How are you doing, Sharman?
Very well, very well. Life is good. God is kind. Couldn't be better.
How nice, touch wood. It's so nice to see you. I'm having a slight fan moment here because you are one of my most favorite character, actor, individual that I have adored on the big screen.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
शर्मन, आपकी शुरुआत वैसे हुई थिएटर से, तो बताएं कि थिएटर से बॉलीवुड की जर्नी कैसी रही?
Had it not been for theatre, I think मैं हिंदी या इंडियन फिल्म्स में मुझे काम करना बड़ा मुश्किल लगता, क्योंकि as a person I am very shy. Theatre gave me all the confidence, and fortunately for me, by the time I was doing theatre, जो theatre से कुछ clichés अभी भी attached थे लोगों के, जैसे कि you have to project louder, you have to, your facial expressions have to be louder than usual, which is not the case with modern theatre. We have good theatres now, great sound systems, lapel mics, all that was already available by the time I came. Earlier there was a challenge of throwing your voice, as in projecting a little louder so that you reach to the last row, your voice. What I'm coming to is that as I performed on stage is what I did in front of the camera. So I treated the camera as my audience in a theatre while I'm doing a play. I was used to people being around because the audience is all around constantly, the eyeballs are on you. And likewise on a film set, eyeballs watching you from every department, and then the camera is my audience in the theatre.
So 1999 was when you got Godmother. शबाना आज़मी जी के साथ ये फिल्म थी, and again it won a lot of awards. How was the experience?
Incredible. 5 national awards the film won, and Shabana ji won the best actress, apart from I think Vishal Bhardwaj getting the music director award. Couple of singers got some awards. So the film got its due. It was an offbeat subject. It was not mainstream cinema in terms of its content, and it was a pleasure because I got to work with Vinay Shukla ji, the writer director of the film, Shabana ji, and Rajan Kothari. They were all from FTII and they were all serious students of cinema, so to say. तो मुझे उन्होंने बहुत प्यार से, they welcomed me onto a set. All said and done, first time on a film set, never been before, like not assisted anyone or didn't have friends, so to say, where I was visiting the sets. तो वो एक माहौल अलग तो था, और ये transition ज़रूर था कि मैं theatre में I was used to saying few lines together, before I reached the emotions. तो वो flow जो theater में मिलता था, cinema में suddenly you had to say just one last line of the para to punctuate in a close-up. And then to say that was very difficult for me. So, and those were the days of film magazines yet. And it was very expensive, and the pressure on the set could be felt to the actor also, by the actor also. So एक last line climax की कुछ बोले अभी बोल दो इसमें, and I said, sir, how do I get to that emotion? So then they understood that this fellow is coming from theatre, and so when he told me you can say the 3 lines before that, and then I'll punctuate the last line which I want as a close-up.
Yeah.
So the camera used to roll just before I finished the line before the shot, and then I could get to my emotion.
It's amazing how much theater can teach you and keep you.
Yeah, and this part was something that I had to learn anew, which is at the end of it, end of the day, Shabana ji told me, listen, son, cinema is all about one line, so that's how it's going to be. It's not going to be, you won't get this kind of treatment everywhere. So you'll have to work on that. तो धीरे धीरे काम करते गए और होता गया.
But 99 में film आई पहली and immediately in 2000 you got married.
Yeah.
Was that a choice and were you okay with it? Because there's a myth that getting married so soon might just take another toll to your career.
Yeah, but that's a fear which is like uncalled for, because people are really concerned with your work, and I'm a little old-fashioned, old school thought wala banda. Whenever I thought that I'll just date this girl and see where it goes, but definitely not get married. Invariably, I used to end up wanting to get married and vice versa. The girls too, of course, first, and then I used to like back them up. मेरा वो पहले से nature ही रहा है. So Prerna was the second girl I dated, and then
college
got
love.
married to college love.
So sweet.
So yeah.
How special is
It is special. It is special if you get the right like kind of person, every which way, someone whom you love for every aspect of their personality, and also obviously firstly physically attracted, and then if you can get along, because as the relationship progresses, we have 3 children now. Love means very different things in different times of your relationship or phases of your relationship. But if you find a friend at the during this time, which Prerna and me were already friends, and then thankfully the friendship still continues, and we've been sailing together, so far so good. You never know. And it's been fun. We are enjoying our relationship. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Touch wood
Touch
on
wood.
that.
Touch wood.
I'm going to move on to a film which came in 2001. हालांकि उससे पहले लज्जा भी आई थी and you had a role in that. But would you agree that Style was actually your
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
एक
My commercial
power-packed
film, na? Commercial hit.
हाँ.
Sleeper hit, of course. No one expected anything out of Style. Because after so many years also, 3 Idiots, of course, people talk about, but they still talk about Style. And by the way, I got 3 Idiots, which is Mr. Raju Hirani gave me that role because he had seen Style, and he had thought of me that this guy in Style is very good and I'm going to cast him someday in some film. And that happened to be 3 Idiots. Coming back to Style is still remembered today, and it's quite something that with so much
I can't
love
stop laughing thinking about your character.
in Style, no?
Rosemary. मैं आगे नहीं बोलूँगी.
मैं भी नहीं बोलूँगा. वहाँ पिक्चर में बुलवा दिया था लेकिन it was उस वक्त क्या था, you were doing whatever was being told, but anyways it was funny. In the spirit of the film it all worked. और खैर, तो चंद्रा जी ने साहिल और मुझे कास्ट किया था और बकायदा 1 महीने के रिहर्सल्स हुए थे. So when we went in front of the camera, it was like, for me it was like performing a play again, because we knew the lines pitter patter and we just said it bang on there in front of the camera, and so people think that we were so
Natural.
ऐसे
Very
लगता था, लेकिन बहुत
natural.
मेहनत की थी हम लोग, नेचुरली
पर
नेचुरल नहीं थे। और कैमरा के शॉट के पहले स्टाइल बोल देता था, यार मैं वो वाली लाइन भूल गया, तू ही बोल दे। चंद्रा जी वाज आल्सो ओके, बोल दिया, हो गया, शॉट हो गया, मूविंग ऑन।
tell me, but you said that you're a very shy person.
या
How did you manage to do
स्टाइल
a
ना,
film like Style then?
yeah, so in the behind the garb of the character, or behind the character, I can do whatever the character does. Generally, I think I have it in me. It's not that I've worked upon it or anything. It's God's gift, so to say. ऐसा कुछ स्पेशल काम नहीं किया है, थोड़ी बहुत खाली अपने तरफ से अगर कुछ हुआ है तो थोड़ा ख्याल रखा है, अपने आप का, अपनी इस टैलेंट को फॉर ग्रांटेड नहीं लिया जो ऊपर वाले ने दी है। दैट्स ऑल माय
ये
कंट्रीब्यूशन।
बड़ी इम्पोर्टेंट बात है ये।
हाँ
अब तक आप कर रहे हैं
हाँ,
and you're
मतलब
managing
इफ आई
to.
वांट टू सर्वाइव आई हैव नो
True.
चॉइस, सो बट या सो गोलमाल के सेट पे मैं गया था और एक असिस्टेंट डायरेक्टर थी लड़की, शी वाज नॉट टॉकिंग टू मी फॉर द फर्स्ट 3 4 5 days ऑफ शूटिंग, एंड देन वन डे शी ओनली केम अप टू मी एंड शी सेड दैट, बिकॉज गोलमाल में कैरेक्टर बिल्कुल बहुत अलग था एज कम्पेयर टू स्टाइल, she came to me, you know what, I thought you will be like that guy from Style, you know, that smart aleck, cocky and you know what not, पता नहीं क्या क्या उसने adjectives use किए, तो but you are nothing like that, you are like this guy. I said, अभी तुमको लग रहा है this guy, अब otherwise you see me personally, मैं थर्ड आदमी हूँ, तो but I'm she's saying, but now I'm comfortable to talk to you, so I said, चलो I'm glad, thank you very much कि आप हमसे बात करेंगे अब,
But that also is a compliment for you, and to make people believe that
you are that person.
you are that person. And
Yeah, again I said, the man up there.
how did life change after Style?
It changed. People started knowing me as Chandu Bantu yet. नाम से अभी भी पहचान नहीं रहे थे. But नाम से पहचानने लगे only after Three Idiots. So it was.
Was it fun playing the female character?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The first day I dressed up and all that and walked in on the set and started delivering my lines. जो चंद्रा जी जो हंस रहे थे, and he was absolutely delighted with the way I was playing it out. Of course, he had seen me during the rehearsals, but then in the whole costume and this and that, and it was just flying. Yeah, it was, you're not, and everyone was loving it. And Sahil and me were wondering कि हो क्या रहा है, हम तो ये रोज कर रहे थे रिहर्सल करते वक्त, तभी तो कोई इतनी तारीफ नहीं कर रहा था, अभी सब सेट वाले देख रहे थे, सबको बड़ा मजा आ रहा था।
Then comes this year 2006, जो एक बहुत ही अहम रंग दे बसंती एंड गोलमाल ऐसी ऐसी
Yeah, and
कमाल की
Golmaal,
फिल्मों
of
की
course, yeah.
का साल रहा. Let's start with रंग दे बसंती. Let's talk about
Yeah.
this absolutely epic film.
Marvel, yeah.
This Marvel, yeah.
राकेश मेहरा, आमिर खान, कमलेश पांडे जी, प्रसून जोशी.
Yeah.
These were the people behind
Did
it.
you
I think.
audition and how was
Rahman
it?
sir, what an album, what
Yeah,
an
what an
exceptional album. Sorry, you were saying, yeah, I auditioned for it. And I'd been auditioning, of course, over the years, and I was hoping one day, मतलब ऐसे offers आते थे finally के 2 दिन के बाद, 1 हफ्ते के बाद, 10 दिन के बाद कोई फ़ोन करके बोलता था, हाँ, you're playing the part that you auditioned for. But I wanted to audition and I wanted the director to get bowled over and say that you are doing the part right there and then. तो ऐसा ये मौका मुझे finally, और that experience I got to have during रंग दे बसंती. I went for my audition, famous studio में, तारदे वाले. Mera had an office there and I was having the audition there. The script had been shared, my scenes had been shared. I knew my lines, everything was set. Accent सब तैयारी करके
But
गया
you
था.
were auditioning for the same role,
Yeah, same role for Sukhi only.
for Sukhi.
And I went and did what I had to do, and he said, "You're on." I said, "Dang!" I was so happy. I was so excited. कुछ ज़्यादा ही excited हो गया था, because I remember then us sitting and chatting, and he's saying that you've seen my Ux. I said, "Yeah, I've seen Ux. I loved the first half. Second half did not work out that well." तो बोलते बोलते मैं फ्लो में बोल तो गया, मैंने बोला क्या कर रहा है यार, पहले यू आर ऑन करके अभी बोलेगा, अब बोलेगा यू ऑफ यू गो। तो उसने बड़ा प्यारा जवाब दिया, बोले इस बार ही विल मेक द सेकंड हाफ आल्सो वर्क। आई सेड थैंक यू,
Oh,
रंग दे बसंती को लेके। सो या, दैट वाज अ स्पेशल मोमेंट।
was there by any chance two ends to this film?
नो नो,
Was there going
नेवर,
to be a part where everybody still stays alive
नो
and
नो,
ऐसा कुछ?
नो नो,
उस जमाने में तो ऐसे कुछ रूमर्स आ रहे थे.
नहीं नहीं, नॉट एट ऑल।
How was it working with Aamir Khan and how was the entire experience, Sharman?
Splendid, splendid, nothing less than spectacular. I really feel blessed that I've got to work with him in two films such as Rang De and Three Idiots, and of course Mehra. And Rang De Basanti, all of us happened to actually get along. We actually liked each other as persons in real life, and that then fortunately for the film and for us, it reflected on the screen, and which people could enjoy also, the bonhomie and all of that that we had amongst ourselves. And all both the girls and rest of the guys, all of us, we had a really good time, and it was a long schedule, 120 days, a lot of traveling. So effectively when you're outdoor, you spend a lot of time with each other.
Rang De Basanti mein, the first scene that I remember was you and Amir on top trying to,
Yeah,
gulp an entire bottle. Did you
yeah,
actually fall? Like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
that entire thing,
We were, what do you call that, cabled,
you
harnessed.
were cabled.
Harnessed.
That looked
Well,
that
look
looked
lovely,
some.
na? What a place he had selected. Nagarh Fort in Jaipur. Gorgeous. That place became so popular post the shoot of Rang De Basanti.
Sharma, when I look back at this film and I look back at your character, I think it was for me to watch such a challenging role क्योंकि emotional है. No, let's start with बहुत funny है. कमाल के one liners मार सकता है. But emotional भी हो सकता है. Like that part where at the end, you say that मैं तो कुंवारा ही मर गया. There's so much in it. Dard
Yeah.
hai, emotions hai. There was also anger at one point, when you realize that, oh, इसके बाप ने कुछ किया होगा वगैरह. How challenging was it for you to, transform from one emotion to the other?
Very easy. Like I said, it really, there is only that much I do. It's God has been kind. Then of course the directions of my of the writer, the director mainly, I follow that, and like I said, theatre really trained me in that sense, and Mahendra Joshi, not related to me. I consider him as a guru. If he's no more, he passed away many years back. If I would say guru and all that, he would whack me right now because he was too cool to be. I mean, it's not uncool to have a guru, but not in such words. But I treated him as one, and I really, again, that was one other. That's another aspect of my life uh, which is very critical, crucial, because he is an institution by himself. He was a maverick. He did commercial Gujarati theatre at the same time, offbeat plays, successfully so in both the genres,
Yeah.
and really respected. And he was the kind of guy who liked to work with new talent. So he was from the same college that I was in, and for the 25th year, he happened to come. Then he liked us. He stayed back for 2 years, and got to learn so much from it, which is incredible. Why did I come to Joshi? I don't remember. But basically,
You spoke about how theatre has helped you in,
yeah. So
transferring
that
emotions.
that has been my learning period, and thereafter when I've come on the set, I just follow the script as a Bible, and the directions of the director are final, and if he wants it in a certain way, that's how I do it. That's how I was trained.
एक और फिल्म की बात हो रही थी, गोलमाल.
Yeah,
The first film that we have loved. I want to just jump into this question.
yeah.
That why weren't you part of all the other franchises?
Some management issues. My management were not communicating too well, and money was of course the factor. They were saying a price which was which the producers were not very comfortable with. I was not aware that this was going on. By the time I got to know, I approached them, and my manager and me had an understanding that once I like a script, money should never be the criteria for which we don't end up doing a film. He was doing a great job otherwise. This was just one such project which happened to not work out with his best intentions. So we continued to work together, my manager and me, but this was one thing that unfortunately did not work out
But
for
this
us.
must have been for the second one, no? Then
For the second one.
then the third and the fourth could have
फिर
still
हुआ नहीं
had.
बस वो हुआ नहीं.
Do you miss being part of the franchise?
Yeah, I am hoping अभी next वाले में मैं रहूँगा.
सभी रह लेना, मतलब श्रेयस भी रहे, आप
हाँ
भी रहे,
हाँ
सभी रह ले.
हाँ, more the
5-6
merrier,
लोगों.
more the merrier है ना. कितने लक्ष्मण ही है ना, बहुत सारे हो जाएंगे लक्ष्मण, 3 लक्ष्मण हो जाएंगे, तीसरा मैं हो जाऊंगा अभी.
I recently saw an ad with Rohit Shetty and you.
Yeah.
So did you get a chance to speak to him?
Yeah,
And maybe
fully.
like,
I begged and pleaded.
really?
I said, please, no, I'm joking. I'm not. मतलब I did request him that I wanted to be a part of the the next Golmaal,
Franchise. Yeah.
and he's saying, yeah, that's where it was left at. I'm ambiguous, yeah. So I don't know whether I actually be a part of it, but I'm happy to be a part of
But
it.
Sharman, does this happen? Like, do you go up to a director and tell them
Happily,
that you want to?
Yeah.
How is the response?
So most of them, see, everyone who's in the business understands what it takes to keep going over here, right?
Yeah.
So everyone understands and very respectfully responds to you. Whether you end up working together or not is a different story. But everyone has, whenever I have, forget now, even now I call up someone, whoever I want to work with. But earlier days, I used to, there was a like a film directory where you had all the telephone numbers of all the who's and who's of the industry, and the directors list I used to, take out the number, call from my landline. They had landlines too, mobiles were not yet there. They used to answer and very respectfully talk to you, and then they used to call you over. Of course, my background in theatre, in the sense I was already doing active theatre, couple of my plays had done well. That also helped, I'm sure. And I used to, like, someone would call me for a meeting and someone would not. But yeah.
But Style, again, going back, was a film where एक solo performer हमें दिखे. Of course, Sahil was there, but you both were stars. And then there came a lot of films where there were a lot of other actors. Did you feel that you were getting shadowed? Did you feel that you needed a film that was all on you? Like, I loved Ferrari Ki Sawari. Of course, it had everything.
Yeah.
All because the
Yeah.
reason I'm asking you this question is because I'm coming to Ferrari Ki Sawari. A very, very light-hearted, beautifully woven film. पर क्या आपको ऐसे कभी during this journey ऐसा लगा that you don't want to do a multi-starrer film?
So after a fair success of Ferrari Ki Sawari, I got several solo film offers. But script has always been the exciting part for me. And the 3 films that I consequently chose from what I was getting my way happened to be all ensemble pieces, but I loved the scripts and I chose to do them. कि अभी फरारी की सवारी में सोलो कर लिया है तो फेयर सक्सेस के बाद आ रहे थे प्रोजेक्ट, बन रहे थे 10 करोड़ के 12 करोड़ के बन सकते थे, तो लोग आ भी रहे थे, लेकिन वो फिर there was no excitement in, at least at that point of time, the content that was coming, which was just me as the solo lead, so to say. But ये जो ensemble films आई वो बहुत बढ़िया थी. एक तो बंगाली फिल्म भूतेर भविष्यत का रीमेक था which didn't do well. तीनों basically films जो मैंने ensemble choose की they didn't end up doing well. सुपर नानी एक थी.
Right.
मतलब because ensemble नहीं, but रेखा जी was leading the cast. और एक नए डायरेक्टर और प्रोड्यूसर्स के साथ ये वाली
Kashi?
नहीं,
There's also Kashi.
गॉड आई एम फॉरगेटिंग द नेम ऑफ द मूवी. कार्निवल सिनेमा ने प्रोड्यूस की थी. आज की तारीख में कार्निवल सिनेमा, दैट टाइम दे वर कॉल्ड EOPL. फराज हैदर वाज द डायरेक्टर एंड वॉर छोड़ना यार वाज द नेम ऑफ द फिल्म. ग्रेट स्क्रिप्ट, अगेन इट जस्ट लॉस्ट इन ट्रांसलेशन. वो स्क्रीन पे नहीं हो पाया ट्रांसलेट.
Does it affect you How
Oh
do
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel?
It affects me. I feel bad, good and bad. I feel. But यश चोपड़ा साहब का मैंने एक इंटरव्यू पढ़ा था बहुत सालों पहले, and question was asked to him that what happens, how do you feel when your film flops? What do you do? So he said that he slept for hours together, like for 2-3 days. He used to just keep sleeping and not step out of the room. खाना वाना सब room में ही, something like that. I remember him saying, and I also try and do that. Just keep sleeping, be in my room, get over it, and then step out.
What is the longest that you've been
No,
in
no,
that
not
shell?
that much. क्या होता है, एक्टर की लाइफ थोड़ी अलग होती है. एज अ डायरेक्टर प्रोड्यूसर व्हाट ही मस्ट बी पुटिंग इन 100 times more as compared to what an actor does. For me, fortunately, most of the films, like 99% actually, films that I've done, everyone has given the 100%. Then it doesn't work out is a different story. But
But do you think that the industry has been fair with you? Have you got the roles that you've wanted to always do?
it's not about the industry being fair with me. Industry, we are all constantly working on ourselves. Each and every one of us, whichever capacity, whatever position we might be in today or will be tomorrow. So industry will give you only as much as you deserve, and I completely believe in that.
Do you feel now, after so many years, it's 1999, and we're in 2022 now. My God, we're all getting old. Happy and old. क्या आपको लगता है कि आपको अभी भी आपका वो परफेक्ट रोल शायद नहीं मिला हो?
Of course, I'm sure नहीं मिला है. I'm sure I'm going to be surprised not once but several times over the next many years that I'm here in the business, and I'll be here forever. कुछ नहीं तो मैं स्ट्रीट प्ले करूँगा, बट करता तो रहूँगा. एक्टिंग इज इट ब्रिंग्स मी अलाइव, इज समथिंग दैट आई रियली लव डूइंग, and I'm extremely happy doing what I do.
But has there
So,
ever been, that competition of being on top?
I mean, we all want to do good work, of
Yeah.
course, but it has never been. पहले से mindset, I think it's the upbringing at home firstly, and then the people I worked with. It was never about outdoing each other. It's like I mentioned, it's teamwork. Every character has to play their part out as honestly and as faithfully to the entire subject. Only then it's going to work out. And about being competitive, there are stages. Right now at this stage, for sure, I don't feel like that. Younger days, maybe you felt that if XYZ's film doesn't do well, then you are better taken care of. That doesn't happen, right? It's not कि उसकी फिल्म नहीं चली तो आपकी लाइफ बेहतर हो जाएगी प्रोफेशनली. ऐसा है ही नहीं. विच यू रियलाइज लेटर. मे बी यंगर डेज साहिल एंड मी ऐसी बातें करते थे, तो तभी हम लोग.
Are you guys in touch?
नो, नॉट रियली. बीच में कोई बनाने वाला था स्टाइल 2, तो तभी मीटिंग्स हुई थी, बट फिर इट डिडंट गो थ्रू. आई डोंट नो व्हाई.
You want to do it? Style?
Yeah, I want to do it. It's fun.